What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and we're back with our weekly podcast. A lot of shit to be said. A lot of shit to be said. It is what it is. Hey, crap, you want to start? What's going on? Talk to me. What you pissed off?
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you first. First of all, I'm going to say I'm flabbergasted and I'm a little bit pissed off and ashamed at certain gamers. All right. So as we know, the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare trailer leaked early, and within that same goddamn day, did we not have someone trying to count the pixels to guess the resolution on what the Xbox One version was going to be?
Wait, hold on.
November.
Wait, you can count a compressed video over YouTube. You can count pixels in that?
Well, no, you can't actually. That's the funny part, all right?
Oh.
You looking into it, you can't actually take a compressed YouTube video from a cutscene of a game and count the pixels and accurately decipher what the game's resolution is going to be. And actually, the article from what Eurogamer put, they said that it was totally clickbait. They said the next Call of Duty is going to get a resolution bump with Advanced Warfare. Insinuating that it's going to be a slightly higher than 720, which Ghost ran at. But as we know, Ghost came out as a rush job at last year, so obviously there's going to be a resolution bump. But they make it sound like fact. And then even in the article they say, we don't want to jump to conclusions, but there they are jumping to conclusions, and all the Sony fans jump on this. I did a video saying, hey, Xbox One is the lead platform for this, which it is, and they're getting the DLC and everything, and everybody comes back into that video, and they're like, hey, what do you think about this? Ha ha, motherfucker. It's only going to be 820. It's only going to be 820p. I'm like, do you understand this? Look, you cannot tell a resolution based on a cutscene from a compressed YouTube video. You can't do it. You guys sound like idiots. The fact that you're even trying to do this is baffling my goddamn mind. I do not understand it. Since when do gamers do this? Are we going to sit there and start fucking counting goddamn pixels on every fucking game that we see? Are we ever going to do this? Compressed YouTube video. You can't do it. You guys sound like idiots. The fact that you're even trying to do this is baffling my goddamn mind. I do not understand it. Since when do gamers do this? Are we going to sit there and start fucking counting goddamn pixels on every fucking game that we see? Are we ever going to do this? Are we going to do the next Killzone? Are we going to fucking go and make sure that every goddamn Sony game isn't using temporal projection? Hey, let's make sure they're not fucking using that bullshit.
Well,
hey, let's put the fucking... Hey, no, hold on.
Hey, crap. What it is, they got too much time on their hands, crap. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's a lot of hoof clicking.
Since when is this okay for gamers, though? When is this okay behavior? I mean, as gamers, we should be a little bit pissed off about this. And
traditionally, it was done when they released the game. You know, I mean, Trial Fusions, all of them, they did it where they released the game. You know what I'm saying? They tested it, then that's when they test the resolution and all that little stuff.
I thought that was Kevin Spacey, right?
Yeah,
so we're all saying, as gamers, as legit gamers, we're all saying, hey, we might not buy this because Call of Duty's played out, but that looks good. It's an improvement. It looks really good, right?
Man.
That's what we think. Right? And then you got these fucking extremist motherfuckers. These absolute asinine people that are giving gamers a bad name, counting the motherfucking pixels on a fucking cutscene.
Jesus Christ, man.
Hey,
go have some
bring it back a thousand.
Coffee and a cigarette.
Crap with answers. Yeah. At the end of the day, I think, like I said, I think this whole pixel shit is getting a little redundant, you know. But that's just me. If they never said what system that what trouble was from, they would know what
have been done.
Great point. They would have never done that.
You know, I just told the hate. You know what I mean? Now I would say this: that
16 tweets yesterday from somebody anonymously creating Twitter accounts just so they could tell me that the Xbox One GPU is shit compared to the PS4. So my response every time was, "You're correct. Thank you for the information. Enjoy gaming." And every single time I sent that response, it wasn't enough. They had to come back. Oh, well, you're just blowing me off because you know it's the truth. And I said, yes, you are correct. Enjoy gaming. And that still wasn't enough. It kept going and going. Where do these people... I genuinely feel sorry for
Dude,
people
okay,
that do
yeah,
that.
like,
I
okay,
really
the
do.
fucking PlayStation 4, it's more goddamn powerful. We get it. Get the fuck over it. Let us enjoy what we want to enjoy. Since when the fuck are they God and can sit there and tell us what the hell we should be able to enjoy and what we can enjoy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's...
My thing is, why do it matter? That's what killed me. Y'all, like, why do you care what I play and what I enjoy?
I mean, there's
you
a
know?
lot of different reasons. One is probably these people are very young. If they're not very... You know, if they're very... Hey, Next Gen.
Yes, yes.
Man, Microsoft sent a big check to crap for tonight's podcast, didn't they?
Dude, no, you know what? I'm a little bit pissed off, and I think it's pretty obvious, but it's not at what you think. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is the gamers, man. The gamers are what let me down.
Just ignore them. Just ignore it. Just ignore it.
Before we start, I want to give a shout out to Creepy Gamer, not to be confused with Crap Gamer. He says, Zaire, don't you have any chance to give me a shout out on the podcast? All right, here's your shout out, Creepy Gamer. This is your stalking Crap Gamer.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, listen, I said, man, get off that weirdo shit, man. You know, get a little creepy. Just enjoy, play what you like, man. You know.
Yeah, let's talk about E3, man.
Yeah, hey, Creepy Gamer, listen here, man. I promise you play nice. Maybe we may let you come on at the end of the show next week, man. You know, and tell us your 2 cents of why the PS4 is so magnificent, okay? They don't have any goddamn games, man. You know, and tell us your 2 cents of why the PS4 is so magnificent, okay? They don't have any goddamn games, man. You know, you gotta behave all week, and in the next week's show, we bring it in and let you tell us why the PS4 is great. All right, Creepy Gamer, Scout's honor. All right.
At the end of the show or the whole show? You said.
The end.
The end of the show.
No.
Sony is too dependent on indies and fucking multiplats. The Xbox One is giving us AAA exclusive. I'm just saying, Scalebound, Crackdown, Forza Horizon 2, Fable Legends, D4, Project Spark, Killer Instinct Season 2. I mean, must I go on and on? I'm just saying. The games. Xbox has the better exclusives, the better AAAs. You know, to me, I think Sony is too dependent right now on multiplats and indies. You know, Microsoft, again, you know, it bugs me out because you say Microsoft is not about the games, but they spent $1 billion. That was then, which they damn near doubled now. They spent $1 billion on next generation games and studios, 3 times more than what Sony and what Nintendo spent. You know what I mean? Quantum Break, Sunset Overdrive, Forza Horizon 2, you know, the new Fable game, Quantum Break, all these games are coming out, you know what I mean? And Sony, you know, they're more dependent on the multiplats and the indies. They said it themselves. They said they can sell 5,000 indies and turn a profit. It's a better system, you know. You gotta say, well, the PS4 is more powerful. Okay, but like I said, it's not all about power because the original Xbox was more powerful than the PlayStation 2 by far. But guess what? The PlayStation 2 had the better games. Those are my reasons why I prefer the Xbox.
Like that, I think the PS4 is a nice, powerful system, and I think Sony went into this generation saying, hey, we got to copy what Microsoft did because they were successful with the 360, which the 360 was successful because they had the superior multi-platform games. The last few years of the 360 weren't really heavy with the exclusives, but when you have the good multi-plats and things like that, people are going to buy your console anyway. Sony isn't going to be able to afford to do the exclusives like they did with the PS3. So if you bought a PlayStation 4 expecting that to have exclusives like the PS3, you're going to be in for a sad, sad shock because they can't afford it. If we've learned anything from this past week and all their closings and of stores and laying off developers, it's that they're going more on relying on indie games who can self-publish and free-to-play games and very few AAA titles. You're not going to see those big AAA titles because nobody was buying them anyway, for one thing. And the other thing is they can't afford them. They can't afford to advertise them. They can't afford to make them. They just canceled their new sci-fi open world game, which sounded pretty awesome, but now that'll never see the day of light. So basically, they want to have the superior multi-platform games, which is why they made the PS4 so easy to develop for, and they want, the occasional exclusive. You're going to see maybe 4 to 6 retail exclusives from them a year, probably. It's not going to be like the PS3 was, because the PS3 needed to do that because they were getting stomped on so badly by the Xbox 360. Now, the Xbox One is in a position, which again, resolution is meaningless. You know what I mean? It's just a meaningless thing that people like to use for arguments and things like that. Which again, resolution is meaningless. You know what I mean? It's just a meaningless thing that people like to use for arguments and things like that. People will use whatever they can to win an argument. For me personally, I feel vindicated because people are like, the Xbox One version is just as bad. You're going to have to eat crow, crappy. You're going to have to eat crow. And I'm like, well, let's find out, I mean, I'm not a NeoGAF insider, although I'm more right than those supposed insiders are. You know what I mean? I'm not wrong often, and if I am, I'll admit to it. Because that's how I am. I'm not some random troll. I do research. I don't just go spout off Xbox One #1 and all this kind of shit. That's not me. If you think that's who I am, then you need to go back and take a listen to what I say. I'm very well researched. I know what I'm talking about. I study these things. Gaming is a big part of my life. I wouldn't steer anybody wrong. This is my own personal opinion, and I do like to spark debate, but
What's going on, fellas? This dealer here back again with another video. Now today I've had an epiphany. I finally figured out why these Sony fanboys are clinging to resolution so much like they are this generation. They're grasping for straws when there are none to grasp for. If there is one straw that is almost in reach, it's that fucking resolution straw, and it's just come a little fucking closer, but it's not close enough. You're fucked, Sony fanboys. What you need to realize is the PS4 isn't special in any sort of way. Get it out of your brains that the PS4 is anything other than off-the-shelf, low-end PC parts, okay? Now, besides that, what does it do? What should a console do every generation? It should do something new, exciting, next generation. The PlayStation 4 does not do any of that. It's just a PlayStation 3 with better graphics and worse online. Yes, worse online. You heard that right. A lot of people do not think the online is as good as it is on PS3. You're paying $50 a year for party chat, basically. You're still getting hacked. Your shit's still down every other month. Probably every single fucking month. It's a feature only on PlayStation. Get hacked every month for $50 a year. It's fucking bullshit. And here's the thing, people. You've got no fucking games. You've got no games either. That's even worse. You've got cell phone games and shit. I got an iPad, a fucking cell phone, I can play all that shit on my Super Nintendo, but I'm not really into that faggy shit. I buy a console for a AAA or good shit like that, good features, and the PS4 doesn't have any good features. All it's got is games, and the 2 games that it's got are dog shit. Besides Infamous, your exclusives are dog shit. And Infamous was nothing to jizz your pants over, people. It was low 7s, high 8s. You played it for 2 days, you beat it, and you fucking threw it away, used it as a coaster, or sold it to GameStop for -$2. I mean, what else is there, PlayStation fanboys? Oh, that's right, resolution, because PlayStation has a slight edge occasionally. Now, when these consoles launched, the Xbox One, a lot of its games were 720p. Not that resolution's graphics, but in the public eye it is. Now, I've said time and time again, 720p with anti-aliasing on it looks pretty much fucking identical to 1080p. And that's simply the facts, people. Any PC gamer that's honest with themselves will tell you this. And a lot of Xbox One's games were 720p with anti-aliasing at launch. But then they went up to 792p, and then the June SDKs came out and went up to 900p, and holy shit, it's getting, what are you seeing here, buddies? It's 1080p now, with a lot of PS4 games, Wolfenstein, Destiny, Diablo, they're on par, a lot of games, and the ones that are 900p. You would never see the difference sitting 3 or 4 feet away, especially if you're sitting on your couch, the difference between 900p and 1080p. Now, we all know the 360 was the dominant console the last generation. Not only was it more superior when it came to sales, and especially software sales. Some games that would be 3-to-1 biased towards the 360. People would buy them on there over the PS3. It also was superior in terms of hardware. It had better frame rates, and for all you fucking faggot-ass P counters, it had higher resolutions. And I didn't hear you saying anything about that then. It was all about, oh, well, we got more exclusives, or, Sony lets us lick their nipples occasionally. It was some stupid shit that never made sense. But now that you don't have any games, it's all about resolution. You're all hypocrites and retards at that. Your mama smoked crack when you were inside. I don't know what else to tell you. There's some reason that you are inherently stupid, and you need to figure that out. Because it's all common sense, people. The PlayStation 3 only sold as well as it did because it was a cheap Blu-ray player at the time that eventually played games. That's why I bought my second PS3. Uncharted 2 was a great game. Hopefully you guys get more games like that. Doubt it. Subscribe for daily videos. I'm out.
The Sony community sucks dick. Xbox Live, the community is much better. We're real gamers. We support each other. It is what it is. I'm just being real, man. Sony, and number 11, I got one more. Sony is hurting financially. They may be out of business in 2 years. Now, do you really want to, give your money to a company that's in trouble? I'm just saying. But anyway, this is your boy NextGen720. Let the comment section fill up with hate. And, if your grandmother